fox. There's a story behind that. I got my first gray hair when I was 19 years old. I have been dyeing my hair for 24 years. And about 17 months ago, I said I was sick of this shit. I'm done with the Pepe Le Pew skunk line. And it was the most refreshing, freeing statement and action I could ever have taken. So I embraced it. I was done. And it didn't take long before people started to realize that I just hadn't been to the salon for a while. Like I was doing it on purpose. And I started getting compliments all the time. Like people were all about it. And never anything negative. I had people that I didn't know would go out of their way to say, wow, are you going natural? That's awesome. My old boss that hated me went out of her way in Hy-Vee to tell me how much she loved my hair. And so it was awesome. There's only one situation that I can say, so I guess in 17 months, and I'm done now, one situation, and it was a guy. We were at a party, my husband and I, and this guy that we never met before leaned over to my husband and said, "You must be really hard on your wife." And my husband got this look in his eye like, what is he getting at? And he says, "'Cause she's really gray." And I'm sitting right there. I mean, what kind of verbal diarrhea is this? I'm like, listen, buddy, your wife must be really hard on you because you're bald and fat. Take some Imodium and get a toupee. But I never got compliments on my hair till I did this. I didn't have good hair growing up. When I was really little, I had long hair. And we didn't have detangler, and we didn't have ouchless brushes. I had a British mother who would tear through my hair every morning and say, "It hurts to be beautiful." And she would sling my hair into 2 pigtails and throw me on the bus to go to school. And every day, my head hurt, and I got sick of it. And one day, in the 2nd grade, something in me snapped. I got out my safety scissors, the ones that don't cut paper. I climbed under my desk, and I started sawing away at one of my pigtails. And I got through the first one until the teacher found me. She yanked me out from under my desk, and I had my safety scissors in one hand and the severed pigtail in the other. And she shamed me in front of the whole class and sent me to the bathroom to collect myself. And I'm standing there in the bathroom mirror going, this isn't gonna work. Because one side was like this, and one side was like this. So logically, the thing to do was to cock my head sideways and walk around all day like I was just curious. You know how when little dogs get their hair cut and they're embarrassed, so they cock their tail to the side? So all day long, I just was like, what's up? I'm just curious. Well, my mother didn't fall for my curious act, and she didn't think I was funny at all. And let me tell you what, if you have never been sent to your room unable to sit down, you've never been learned. So many hair disasters throughout my life. My sister and I had matching permullets when we were in grade school. My dad gave me a home perm in the 8th grade, and in the 4 hours that it took him to wrap my hair, I learned every swear word in the book and every combination in which to use them. And my senior pictures, I had a bowl haircut with a part down the middle, and they still hang in infamy in my parents' house. But the worst was ever in the whole wide world was when I was 8.5 months pregnant, and I was fat and bloated and insecure, and I just wanted a cute haircut. And I went to Regis, and I picked out a book. I picked out the picture in the wish book, and I gave it to the lady, and she sat me down, and she covered my fat, bloated body with her cape, and she started cutting my hair. And they spin you around away from the mirror so you can't see what they're doing, and they cut, and they cut. And that's great that they cut and then they talk. They can't multitask, and pretty soon you have no hair. She turned me around, and what I was faced with was Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Fucking Baby. And I touched my hair, and I freaked out, and I paid my bill, and I couldn't ask to speak to the manager because I didn't have the right haircut. And I went to my car, and I cried, and I cried, and I prayed, "Dear God, please don't let my child be born with 666 tattooed on her body." Thank you.